Hey guys, welcome to my new series. This is my MLB 25 Draft to Glory series. I've replaced the Washington Nationals with my custom team, the Vancouver Thunderbirds. I also have a custom stadium set up that we will now be taking a tour of. So the first thing that we're going to do here is hire the best possible scouts that I can. Now, I'm going to try to stay in budget with the players, but for my scouts and coaching staff, I'm going to allow myself to go over budget. I have turned ignore budgets on, as it can cause some problems with trying to sign people. Might say you don't have the budget for it, but in reality you do. So that's what we're going to do there. Now, like I said, I'm going to try to stay in budget for my players, but for the scouts and coaches, I want the best possible scouts and coaching that I can, because we're going to try and win as many World Series as we can. So the roster that I'm using is my own custom roster, and it will be shown on the screen here. Now, it's mostly up to date up to January 19th with the off-season moves so far. I've replaced all of the Nationals players that are on their roster with 1 overall Joe Randoms to consistently get high draft picks early on. Now, my scouting process is very simple. I'll have one scout with high efficiency and high position player stat, a second scout with high efficiency and a high pitching stat, and then my last scout will have high efficiency with a mix of both. And I'm always going to be looking for a generational talent in each draft. And always looking for a good hitting catcher, especially early on. That's the way I'm doing my scouting. And then my position player scout will scout individual players. So I'll be looking at individual players, especially looking for guys that look like they could be generational talent. So I'll be looking a lot for 18-year-old high school players that are hovering around 78 to 82 overall currently. And then the high-end potential at 99, slightly below it. That's what I'm looking for the generational talents. And For catching, you really want a good hitting catcher. They can be really hard to find. That's why I'm always going to be looking for a good hitting catcher. The positions I really want to look for early on are catcher, shortstop, center field, and starting pitching. Starting pitchers take a lot longer to develop, and so I want to get some good starting pitching early. Because eventually, all of these Joe Random guys are going to be getting replaced with the players that I draft. So now that I've gotten 2 weeks of scouting in, I'm going to sim up to the draft. So before we get going on the draft, there were some big trades that happened leading up to the draft. Firstly, Nick Kurtz traded to the Mets. And next, Michael Busch traded to the Dodgers. Now let's go through the top 200 prospects and pin the guys that I'm interested in. Adam Montes here looks good, but the low 90s high-end potential worries me and doesn't feel worthy at first overall. Merrill Moyer looks good and could possibly even be generational. And this draft, I'm planning on focusing on starting pitching. But I do hope some of the position players fall a bit later to me. So now that I've gone through everyone, it's time to draft. Merrill Moyer, I think, is definitely going to be my first pick here. Okay, so Edmund Hop goes second to the Angels. Fernando Guzman goes third to Seattle. Hal Vance goes to the Cardinals. He looks pretty good. Adam Montes to the Pirates. Let's finish going through the top 10 picks now, and then I'll send to the next pick. Okay, our pick here, we have the 5th pick in round 2. I really like Mark Cho here, and I think that's who I'm going to take. Next up, round 3. I've got some good players here on my pinned list. I really don't think... I don't want Ricky Diggs to not fall to the next round, so I'm not going to risk that. I think I'm going to take Ricky Diggs here. Round 4. Larry Cooper's still here. That's who I'm going to be taking. On to round 5. I think I should probably grab a bullpen arm here. I kind of like Rob Kahn here. Final round of this draft. Fernando Sanchez is my only remaining pinned player here. That's what I'm taking. That's an easy pick. Big trade here before the All-Star game as Brandon Lowe's been traded to the Red Sox for Trevor Story and Garrett Whitlock. Okay, time to sign my picks here. I'll do this first hit and then I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, so here we are, trying to see how they drafted, but first, another big trade happened. Tyler Soderstrom traded it to the White Sox. Okay, looking over my draft here, kind of mid first draft. Let's look around the league, see who everyone else drafted. overall, a mid-draft class. Now, I'll send the rest of the season and see you. Okay, so we go 0-62. Not surprising here. Now we'll take a look at the full standings. And now we'll look through the awards. that's going to be all for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video. These will be going out. The plan is weekly on Tuesdays. See you next time.